Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining me again. On Friday, I talked to you for a few minutes about where I had been and the funeral I had gone to for my son-in-law's grandmother who had passed away, and that what a great event it was, and how wonderful it was to see her life and the legacy that she had left behind. And to hear about a little bit about their history and their family. Great places to learn about people, sad places sometimes because we hate to let go of them, but we know sometimes that's for the best too, so they're in a better place, and it's just us. We have a hard time letting go of people we love always. We also went to the family reunion. It was a blast. It was an all-day event this time. And the kids had a lot of fun. They did a fun thing this year. They had the kids go around, and there was a little jackpot at the end of it, but they could go around and they could meet as many family members as they could. They had to write down that family member's name, not the whole name, but Sean. And then they had to say where they worked, and they had to say what family they were from. So we had several families there. And for instance, we had the Parra, Huerta, Balquiera, some other family member names there. So these children wrote those all down, and at the end of the event, they were able to get a little cash prize. But in the end of it all, they had got to meet some family members that they would not have met maybe regularly, because we're talking probably 400 or 500 people at this event. And that was probably kind of still missing some numbers there. I know we had a few kids that weren't there. So anyways, it was really fun. All the little ones had a great time too. And the big ones as well. A lot of food, good time. So great place to meet and learn about each other and learn about your history and your family. And it was great for me to be able to participate in and be a part of. So I wanted to talk today about something. Businesses have mission statements, and it tells what their goal is for people, what their organization's about, and what they want to achieve in being an organization. Families can have that too. It might be a fun idea, if you're thinking about it, to sit down with your family, include your children, and come up with your family's mission statement. Sometimes those things help to bond people together and to bring a solidarity there for families, to look at when you're walking down the hall and you catch it just right. You remember, oh, that's family coat of arms, or my family's mission statement. That's what we're going to be about. And the other side of that was I was thinking about the coat of arms. Now, in some of my family, they're identified by a coat of arms, because I did have some family members in some places that required coat of arms back then. But the thing is, the coat of arms are really beautiful. I wanted to show you. This is on the Shelton name. You're going to see this, and you can do this. If you have, your name, your surnames, just go look it up. Look up the coat of arms. You're going to see a long line of Shelton coat of arms here. And the thing is, they come through many different countries. Most of them on the European continent. And it was about the 12th century, 11th or 12th century, that the coat of arms came to be for anybody. Most of the time it was for the aristocracies, it was for war. There's a lot of trying to figure out exactly why they decided to do a coat of arms, but I thought what was really neat about it is that as a family, you could do a coat of arms for your family. Because, again, it's something that puts you together. It says something unique about your family as a whole. Coming up with your beautiful ideals, of what you'd want to hang up and what you'd want your kids to look back at and go, hey, we did that. We made that family coat of arms, and this is what this stood for, and this is what this thing symbolized. And you don't have to do it, but what a fun way to help your family be involved, in remembering their past and remembering where they're headed and what we're trying to accomplish. Right now, excuse me, I got a little bit of a little runny nose today. Right now, we have so much going on in life, and families going in so many different directions and being pulled by so many different things, so many media deals going on, that sometimes it's nice to find something that can unify and bring people together again as a family. Keeping that in mind, in many cultures, their families or their tribes or their how they lived, they will have some symbolization of that. And so there's nothing wrong with that. It's just a unique way to display your family. So that was a thought I had today for everybody. I have gotten a new website up and running. It's Native by Heart Art by Sean Shelton. And it is up. You can see it. It's under construction, so I have a lot to do on it. It's a work in progress, but like I told you, I'm a working person and I go to work every day. So this is the love that I have. This is what I love to do. So I'm trying to do what I love as well and keep it going. I wanted to remind you, please keep your children close. Keep them under your eyes. I know this weekend I brought at the family reunion, even because it was such a big event and at a very large park, I brought my little pop-up because I had 2 kids that didn't have mom and dad with them because of circumstances out of their control at this time. And I just made it my goal that I was going to sit out in the outskirts and watch those kids play so that I wouldn't worry about them the whole time. And that gave my sweetheart time to go around and visit with his family, and I got to visit with everybody too, and a lot of them came to me, but I was kind of on Nana duty right then, so I wanted to be sure I could see them. Keep your kids close. It only takes a second for somebody to come in and change your life forever, and that's not a way you want it changed, for sure. Happy's a choice. A lot of miserable people out there. Find out what's making you miserable if you can, and learn from it and pick yourself up and be happy. I want you to know that I know that a lot of really terrible atrocities and things happen to really good people, and should never have happened. And even for me, I've had some really lousy things happen, but you know what? That does not define me. I am going to have the kind of life I choose to have, not what somebody tried to dictate or put at me or whatever. I want that for everybody too, because it's too short. We get a little time here. Let's make it count and be happy. Hey, your blood calls you. Go find it. You know, I come from so many backgrounds and so many things. The one thing I was thinking about, and you'll see it displayed on my website, is I want you to know that I am so honored to have grandparents that came from the Choctaw Nation and to have that lineage. It is an honor. And I have so many other family members from so many other places around the world. And I just got to thinking, you know, I really am a part of the human tribe. It was founded by the greatest warrior of all time, and that is God. And we are all part of that, and I am so grateful for that. Hey, if you like what you're watching, go to Native by Heart Art by Sean Shelton on YouTube and hit subscribe for me. I'd really appreciate it. It helps me. If you have questions, please leave your questions for me. I'd be glad to try and help you or steer you in the right direction. You guys have a great day, and God bless.